We have a secret way to help you make life more affordable. You don't have to do anything other than what you're doing right now, which is living in the Garden State. Life more affordable.
Yo, yo, yo. We live. What's good with y'all, man? Good morning. Good morning. I love the Game Awards personally. I love the nomination announcement because it's just funny. I like it all because it's funny. Mainly, I think it's just very funny to see what gets snubbed and what gets included, and people's saltiness, I guess. Because to me, like I've never gotten upset over a nominee or who wins. It's just like very funny to me. Let me go ahead and maybe I should lock in my predictions. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. One second. Gotta go blank for uno memento. One second. All right. Did I see the Switch 2 leak rumor? No, is there a new one as of this morning or something? So let me do some predictions. This should be starting in like 10 minutes. So let's lock the four that are locked in. Metaphor, it's Metaphor, Rebirth, Astrobot. Now, originally, and I think most people think that because they put that new FAQ on their page regarding DLCs, expansions, remakes, and remasters, most of us assume that they put that there because they want to include Shadow of the Erd Tree in Game of the Year. But what if they put that up because they wanted to include that in other categories but not Game of the Year, right? Because I look at that and think like, oh yeah, so they want to include that specifically for Game of the Year, which would mean an automatic lock-in, and that would be our fourth locked-in game. But what if it's not for Game of the Year, and what if it's just for other categories? I'm like, is that possible? It's possible, but I'm a I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they did make that amendment specifically for the category of Game of the Year. So if that's the case, then the locked in games would be ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, uh, Shadow of the Erd Tree. I'm gonna go ahead and say Black Myth Wukong will be the fifth, and the sixth is just something I'm very unsure about. The sixth either has to be an indie game or a Nintendo game? So if it's an indie, and I don't know much about like the best indie games to come out this year. So the indie, but I do know the one game people keep talking about is that Balatro game. That Balatro game, that's the one indie game I feel like all year they've been talking about. Let me see if I could Google best indie games, best. I'm probably not going to recognize most of them best indie games 2024. Animal Well, that is another one they've talked a lot about. But I don't think that's going to get a nomination. Yeah, Balatro, Tunic. I don't think that came out 2024. That's not a 2024 game. Why is that on this list? I put for 2024. Was Cult of the Lamb this year? Why does it seem like all last year? This list seems like last year. Yeah, I'm gonna let me see. Does Balatro have a Metacritic rating? Balatro. Oh, it's got a 90. It's got a 90 on Metacritic. And this is made by what's his name? The dude with the YouTube channel, I think. What is Animal Well? Animal Well is a 91. Okay. It's getting interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure then. Because, yeah, Animal Well is a 91. Balatro is a 90. There's Nintendo games. Brothership. Oh, shit. Brothership is a 78? Why did I think Brothership was like mid to high 80s? Oh, yeah. That's not getting nominated. That's definitely not getting nominated. Not with a 78. Echoes of what is it? 86. What's that other Nintendo game that came out this year? There was one more Nintendo game that came out this year. I can't remember what it is. There's Echoes of Wisdom, Brothership, and there's something else that was like rated higher than both of them, I think. It's 40 minutes. See, I thought it was going to be at 12. I don't know why. Why does it say unless they're going to do that countdown to a countdown thing? Yeah, they're just gonna go live at 11:30. They're not actually revealing it at bastards. I went live early for nothing. Princess Peach, that Thousand Year Door, right? Thousand-Year Door, but I don't thousand. That's an 88. And Thousand-Year Door is it's a remaster remake because it technically came out originally in 2004. So not that that would disqualify it, but I think because it's not the type of like remake remaster that they will find worthy of being nominated, I don't think it's going to be nominated. So I would leave Thousand-Year Door out of it. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the sixth game because I have my 5 locked in. Let me see. Balatro. Animal Well. So okay. So I got Refantasio, Rebirth, Astrobot, uh, Black Myth, Refantasio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Black Myth, Shadow of Erdtree. And for the last slot, I think it's either going to go to Balatro, Animal Well, or Echoes of Wisdom. That's my prediction. That's my prediction that I'm locking in. I feel very confident about the 5 games, but the 6th one, I'm just not sure. I think it's out of 3 games. I don't think Helldivers 2 is. There's a fringe chance. There's a fringe chance Helldivers 2, because of its massive popularity when it first came out, has a chance. I thought like halfway through the year, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's guaranteed to come in. But as more, what removed Helldivers 2 for me was Refantasio. When Refantasio got like a 94 or whatever it was, I was like, yeah, Helldivers 2, they kicking that out. They kicking that out. It's not making it no more. It's got a fringe chance. I'm gonna give it a 20% chance to still make it. 15 to 20% chance to still make it. I think what they may do is not put it in Game of the Year nominees, but it's going to be put in multiplayer Game of the Year, and I think they might give it that. I feel like they probably, because it was such a massive success, they have to give an award to Helldivers 2. I think they probably just put it in multiplayer Game of the Year and give it. I think that's an easy win for it. Because Helldivers 2, of course, the Metacritic wasn't the big deal about it. It was just wildly popular. I think Helldivers 2 was like an 84 or something, 82. It's gonna be a tricky one. As far as what's gonna win, my personal Game of the Year is Rebirth. I don't feel super strong about Rebirth getting an easy win. Like, I don't feel like it, like, for me it had that impact, but I don't feel like it had that like, this is the runaway Game of the Year winner to the industry. I don't feel like it had that impact per se. I feel like Refantasio, them that has an amazing chance. I feel Astrobot, what Astrobot has going for it is it's kind of like this renaissance, I guess. People want the underdog cutesy platformer to win. And it was kind of like in a way seen as the underdog, and boom, it came out of nowhere. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it has fan service and nostalgia and all this history. So and there's not a lot of that type of thing with Astrobot. So I feel like that kind of mesmerizes people. So I think that's what it has going for it. That's what will help it. Is it the best game to come out this year? No, not to me. Remove that. I'm really liking Dragon Age. Like, I can't wait to finish streaming to get right back to Dragon Age. I'm really liking this game. I don't think it has a chance for Game of the Year because it's just it's not, there's not necessarily a lot of fanfare around it. Like, people are, it's like a good return to form for BioWare. It's like an 85 on Metacritic, but it's not like, people are not looking at this game like, oh, this is absolutely amazing, So don't think that has a chance. Um, no, I don't think Dragon's Dogma has a chance either. I think Dragon's Dogma has. I think Dragon's Dogma is a very first. How do I describe that game? I think that game is kind of rough. It's not the personification of like a just a very technically sound game. I think even on PC it doesn't look the greatest, doesn't perform the greatest. I didn't hear anything about the story, and of course it's an RPG. I'm sure part of it is like creating your own story or whatever. I didn't hear much about the story. Like the gameplay, from what I've seen, has some really cool dynamic parts, but yeah, it didn't seem like it blew any body like completely away. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Listen, I think that has a possibility. My bias against Dragon, against whatchamacallit games, against Yakuza games, is probably getting in the way. I have a clear bias against the games. I don't like them. I think they're highly overrated. So my bias against it may be blocking me from seeing a possible nomination, but I guess it's possible. I just don't see it. My bias won't and cannot allow me to see a Yakuza game in Game of the Year. What is that even rated? 89. I mean, I guess, yeah, I can't deny the score. We got an 89. I can't deny it. And 98 critic. Listen, this might have to consider this too. 98 reviews and an 89. That's really hard. As much as I don't respect the game, I mean, when you have near 100 reviews and you're sitting at an 89, shit. Damn. This is tricky. Hmm. Damn, I don't know. This is because I really feel like you have to have an indie game in there. Because I feel like in all years there's been an indie game. Let me see. Hold on, I'm checking the game. Okay, 2023. Here are the nominees. It was Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 4, Mario. There was technically no indie game here, actually. Some people let me see. Don't some people consider Larian Studios? Larian Studios is technically Larian Studios is technically an indie developer. Yes. But they don't really make indie games. That's where the whole technicality comes in. Yes, technically Baldur's Gate 3 is an indie game. Let me look at 2022. One second. 2022, there was Elden Ring, Stray. Stray is the indie game. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, A Plague's Tale, Requiem, Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok. Okay, there was an indie game there. Let's see. It Takes Two, Resident Evil Village, Psychonauts, Metroid Dread, Deathloop, Rift Apart. Technically there's no indie game here, because everybody here technically has a publisher, but you could Psychonauts 2 and It Takes Two are an indie style game. I guess you have to talk like kind of describe them as. They're indie style games, but not really indie games. Not really. Last of Us Part 2, Ghost, Hades. Hades is indie. Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy. They try to have good representation. Sekiro, Control, Resident Evil 2. There's no indie game here. Yeah, Celeste is one. Breath of the Wild, Horizon, Persona 5. They only had 5 this year? Mario. PUBG, technically. Indie, I guess. So it's a little bit obscure and nebulous. It's not guaranteed that you have to have an indie game there, but they try to have that representation, I think. Yeah, they always try to most of the time. So it's just not like a AAA category. So I don't know. This is tough. And hold on, let me. And how often are there? Hold on, I gotta plug in it. How often are there nominees with no Nintendo game? Last year there was Tears of the Kingdom. Xenoblade Chronicles. Metroid Dread. Animal Crossing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing. You usually kind of got to have an indie game, and you kind of also got to have a Nintendo game. There's like damn near never been a year. That's what I'm saying. There's damn near never been a year where a Nintendo game has not been nominated. Well, 2018 there wasn't, but as of recent, there's a Nintendo game nominated every year. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you got to have a Nintendo game in there. Just based on precedent. It's live, but he's just talking, ain't he? Is not the actual. Jeez, I got 1,000 windows open. Yeah, it's just this bullshit. We still gotta wait 20 minutes. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like you gotta have a Nintendo game in there, man. I don't know. Thinking. Okay, ReFantazio Rebirth, Astrobot, Shadow of Erdtree, Echoes of Wisdom, and Balatro. I think that's possible. And then Infinite Wealth, Yakuza just got to get snubbed. I'm sorry. Yakuza just gotta hold the L. Oh wait, did I say Black Myth? ReFantazio Rebirth, Astrobot, Black Myth. Oh, see. Okay, ReFantazio Rebirth, Astrobot, Black Myth, Balatro, Echoes of Wisdom. That's 6, right? Am I forget? Then I forgot Shadow of Erdtree though. Damn. Are they really gonna? Nah. That at first I wasn't mad at them. At first I wasn't mad at them including like Erdtree in the Game of the Year nominee, but I said like if it's in a dry year where there's nothing else, where it's kind of dry and nothing like there weren't a whole bunch of super impressive games, then that's where I was like, okay, you can include a DLC or an expansion and that type of thing. But this year, there's enough games, enough other games that deserve the spot over some Elden Ring DLC. If I was a game developer and if I was like Infinite Wealth or Animal Well or Balatro, and that Shadow of the Erdtree DLC got the spot over me, I would be tight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would be tight because listen, Erdtree is good. It wasn't no like mind-blowing DLC. It was more of the same. And maybe more of the same is like enough, I guess, because of how they look at Elden Ring, but I don't yeah, I stand on that I'm okay for DLCs to get nominated, but not this year. I don't think it should happen this year. Shadow of the Erdtree should not be nominated here. There's other good games. Yeah, I feel like Wukong should get nominated. I do. Hmm. Damn. I want to lock in. I want to lock in before this starts just to see how much I get right. Because the FAQ that they added, it just said, we're making the assumption, we're connecting the dots. It just said it can be nominated. It wasn't specifically, obviously, for Game of the Year, but we're making that connection and that assumption. I'm like, should I give Jeff Keighley the benefit of the doubt and work off of the belief that he's not going to nominate Shadow of the Erd Tree for Game of the Year, and they just put it there so Shadow of the Erd Tree could be in all the other categories except Game of the Year? Should I give Jeff Keighley the benefit of that doubt? I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and believe. I'm going to go ahead and believe in Jeff Keighley. Put some faith in this man. That Erd Tree won't be in the Game of the Year nomination. And that update was just for other categories. So I'm not going to include Erd Tree in my prediction, in my Game of the Year prediction. I'm going to remove it. I'm going out on a limb here. Jeff, please don't let me down. Please don't make me look an idiot for believing in you for a second. So I'm going to go ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Echoes of Wisdom, Balatro, and Black Myth Wukong. Those are my 6. I'm locking in. I'm locking in my 6. It would be great if there was some money you could actually win, for matching up the correct nominees. So those are my 6: ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Echoes of Wisdom, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong. I'm locking in, y'all. Yeah, Tekken is another game because it's very highly rated, and what are we up to? Tekken 8? We up to 8, right? It's got a 90. Whoo. And 98. Whoo. This is kind of tough because Tekken is another one. Tekken 8 and Yakuza both got a 90. Or an 8. Well, Yakuza got an 89. Tekken 8 got a 90. And people want the barriers to be broken down. The barriers of, you're a fighting game, you're a racing game. So even though you're very highly and critically acclaimed, you don't get nominated. People want those barriers to be broken down, which I can understand why. I just don't know if that's going to happen this year. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not. I mean, I can't debate that Tekken 8 doesn't deserve it. Can't debate that. Because let me see. I don't know now. Because Tekken 8 got a chance. Infinite Wealth got a chance. I think it's possible. Animal Well got a chance. If they include Tekken 8 or Infinite Wealth, then I think either Echoes of Wisdom or Black Myth gets removed. I'm gonna make a second prediction. A second prediction, right? A second tier prediction. Okay, my first is ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Echoes of Wisdom, Balatro, Black Myth, Wukong. Here's a second one, right? Secondary. I'm gonna go with ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Tekken 8, Infinite Wealth, and I still feel like that you got to include the Nintendo game in there though. So I'm gonna go Echoes of Wisdom. So my second tier prediction is ReFantazio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Tekken 8, Infinite Wealth, Echoes of Wisdom. Hmm. Let me see. Is there? I'm gonna make a tertiary prediction because this could go several different ways. I'm gonna make a third and final one. All right, third and final one. And I'm gonna show you all this in a second. Well, I might have to make a fourth. This is just a whole bunch of different combinations. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm a second, third, Animal Well, ReFantazio, Astrobot, Balatro, Animal Well, ReFantazio, Astrobot, Rebirth. This is tough making all these combinations. Animal Well, ReFantazio, Astrobot, Balatro, Rebirth. I guess Echoes of Wisdom. It's a whole lot of guesswork. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all probably can't even see this shit. It's too damn small. How do you increase the font on fucking notes? Let me open up a Google Docs or something. Well, we got 5 minutes left, so okay. So my fourth prediction: Black Myth, CO, Astrobot, Rebirth. Erdtree. I'm gonna put Erdtree in one of these because there's still a chance they do put it in Game of the Year. Oh shit, that's 6 games, ain't it? Black Myth, Refantasio, Astrobot, Rebirth, Erdtree, Echoes of Wisdom. One of these combinations gotta win. One of these combinations gotta be at least 90% accurate. Got to be. I gotta hit the lotto on one of these. At least one of these gotta be 5 out of 6 correct. At least. Guarantee one of these gotta be 5 out of 6 correct, bro. I may not get 6 out of 6, but one of these I'm getting 5 out of 6. All right. See if I could put that off on the side. Keep it right there for now. We got a minute. Here we go.
And the game award goes to. And the game award goes to. And the winner is. And the winner is.
Turn it up a little bit. Hold on.
10 years ago, we began a journey together to celebrate video games as the biggest, most powerful form of entertainment in the world. And on Thursday, December 12th, right here at Peter in Los Angeles, we will recognize the best and show you what's next with the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards. Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to the TGA Global Nomination Announcement Special. Today, it is my distinct honor to reveal this year's nominees, recognizing talented game developers from studios big and small around the world.
All right,
You can
Jeff,
help
just
select
get
the
to it.
winners by voting right now at thegameawards.com. All right, you've waited long enough.
I turned it up.
Let's
Is it
do
still low?
Here are the nominees for the Game Awards 2024. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. Your Best Performance nominees
Why is
are
it still low?
Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure, Umberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. For the Best Mobile Game, the nominees are
I turned it up.
AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. The nominees for Best Art Direction are Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Neva.
He said a
For Best Score
Fantasio.
and Music, this year's nominees are Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. In the category of Best Audio Design, these games are nominated: Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Best Adaptation recognizes excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative endeavors based on video game worlds. Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation: Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. For Best Narrative in a Game, the TGA nominees are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Games for
Interesting.
Impact celebrates thought-provoking games with a profound pro-social meaning or message. Here are this year's nominees: Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzera, Zao. The nominees for Best Community Support are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. In the
Okay.
category of Best Multiplayer, the
Helldivers
nominees
is
are
going to be in this. Helldivers
Call
is
of
going to be
Duty
in this.
Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8,
Ooh.
and Warhammer 40,000.
That's a lot of competition
Space
with
Marine
Tekken
2.
8 and COD 6.
Best Independent Game celebrates games with a high degree of risk tolerance, as they are produced outside of the traditional publisher system. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. Next is Best Debut Indie Game, which recognizes a development team that hasn't won a Game Award before. In fact, these teams published their first game in 2024. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire. For Best VR AR Game, the nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR,
Arkham Shadow
and
probably going to win that.
Metro Awakening.
Or Metro Awakening.
For Content
Yeah.
Creator of the Year, the
We don't
nominees
care.
are Queso,
Never heard of him.
Illawan,
Never heard of him.
Techno Gamers,
Never heard of him.
Typical Gamer,
Never heard of
and
him.
Usada Pecora.
Never heard of him.
Part of the Game Awards
Not
is
one.
looking forward to what's next. And yes, we'll have lots of games to announce on December 12th. But what's the most anticipated upcoming game? Here are the nominees based on currently announced titles: Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. The Best Action Adventure nominees are Astrobot,
Uh-huh.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown,
Uh-huh.
Silent Hill 2,
Eh.
Star Wars Outlaws, and
Eh.
The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Okay.
For best role-playing, the jury selected Dragon's Dogma 2,
Eh.
Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree,
Eh.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
Okay.
In the category of best fighting, the nominees are Dragon Ball Sparking Zero,
Oh God.
Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiversus, and
That game
Tekken
dead.
8. The
Tekken 8
nominees for
winning that.
best action are Black Myth Wukong,
Yep.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6,
Yep.
Helldivers 2,
Yeah.
Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2.
Just give it to Warhammer.
Innovation in accessibility.
Bro, come on,
celebrates
Jeff,
games
get
that
to
are
what we
making
wanna
our
know.
Industry available and enjoyable to more people. Selected by a special committee of accessibility experts, the nominees for innovation in accessibility are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws.
I didn't know Veilguard made
Next up, best
made the
family
deadline.
game. The nominees are
Give it to Astrobot.
Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
I don't look at Echoes of
The
Wisdom
best
as a
Sim
family
strategy
game,
nominees
really.
are Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. This year, these titles are nominated for Best Sports Racing, F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and WWE 2K24.
The Negro Casual Award.
All right, let's take a look at our 3 esports categories. Starting with
We don't
Best
care.
Esports Game. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. The nominees for Best Esports Athlete are 3-3, Alexi B, Chuvi, Faker, Zaiwu, and Kong Kong. And for the Best
What?
Esports Team,
How did that
our
even-
special
Never mind,
esports
I ain't even
committee
gonna ask.
nominated these teams.
I'm not even
Billy
going to
Billy
ask.
Gaming, League of Legends, Gen G, League of Legends, Navi, Counter-Strike, T1, League of Legends, and Team Liquid, Dota 2. All right, it's time for our final
Let's do
2
it.
categories. For Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design, the nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy
Shaky.
VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. And finally, our
Jeff,
global TGA jury.
don't let me down.
which I am not a
Don't
member,
put
has
Erdtree in
selected
there.
The following 6 games as
Don't
nominees
let me
for Game
down,
of the Year
Jeff.
at the Game
I
Awards
put some faith in
2024.
you.
The Game of the Year nominees
Come on.
are Astrobot from
Yeah.
Team Asobi, Balatro from
Okay.
Local Thunk, Black
Okay.
Myth Wukong by Game
Okay.
Science, Elden Ring: Shadow of
He
the
ruined
Erdtree
it.
by
Damn.
From Software,
I had faith in you,
Final
Jeff.
Fantasy VII
Oh,
Rebirth
that was
by
my
Square Enix,
refence.
Metaphor
I almost had it. Ah,
ReFantazio,
Jeff.
Studio Zero.
Come on. I almost had
There
it
you
on the
have it.
first
Those are your
prediction.
nominees for Game of the Year. And yes, that means you'll hear the Game Awards Orchestra, conducted by Lauren Balfe, play their themes live on this very stage on December 12th. But before then, you
Damn.
should head to thegameawards.com
I
to help
had
select
faith
the
in
winners
him.
by casting your ballot in all categories. Also, stay tuned.
Wait,
for the
Echoes of
announcement
Wisdom
of
wasn't
our
in there,
Player's
was it?
Voice category, where fans 100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll announce those nominees on
Hold on.
Monday, December 2nd.
They didn't put Echoes of Wisdom in there. It was
The nominees are Astrobot from Team Asobi,
Astrobot,
Balatro from
Balatro.
Local Thunk, Black
Black
Myth
Myth.
Wukong by
See,
Game
I was
Science,
I was strong about Black
Elden
Myth.
Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree
can't believe
by
he did
From
it.
Software,
Can't believe
Final
he did it.
Fantasy VII Rebirth from Square Enix, and Metaphor ReFantazio from Studio Zero. So there you have it. Those are your nominees for Game of the Winners Voice category, where fans 100%
Well, Jack.
select the
Well,
winner
Jack owes
from the 30
Jazzy
nominees.
money.
We'll announce those nominees on Monday, December 2nd. The winners in all categories will be revealed live during the Game Awards when it streams globally on Thursday.
Yeah, I was just pretty sure they were gonna include a Nintendo game. That's where I slipped up. I was like, nah, I was just very confident in that, but they did not include a Nintendo game. So I don't think I got any of these right because I included Echoes of the Wisdom in all of them. Oh, but my fourth prediction was 5 out of 6 though. Erdtree, Rebirth, Astrobot, Refantasio, Black. I got 5 out of 6 right here. This is 5 out of 6. I got 5 out of 6 right here. And wait, did I repeat? What's the difference between I got 5 out of 6 here too. Refantasio, Rebirth, Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth. I got 5 out of 6 here also. It was just echoes of this is what I get for just thinking that Nintendo is always gonna have. They usually have a guaranteed in. So that's why I put them in there, man. I almost had it, bro. Man. Well, close enough. Close enough. How does everybody feel about it? Whoa. An additional $100 from Jack if Helldivers 2 doesn't get nominated. And with Tarek, the bet was Zelda doesn't get nominated. Oh, Jazzy got a whole bunch of like bets with different people. It's not bad. I don't think take me to the actual. Where's their actual fucking website? The fuck? God damn, their website is overloaded? Holy shit. God damn. Too many people, I guess. Game Awards website not working. Most nominated games: Astrobot and Rebirth, Refantasio with 6, Balatro and Silent Hill with 5, Black Myth, Erdtree, Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, and Hellblade 2 with 4. Damn, Rebirth and Astrobot leading. They is leading. So Astrobot, Balatro. I don't think there's any like real snubs here. I don't think there's any major snubs here. Besides Shadow of the Erdtree, I don't think there's really much to be mad at here. Um, yeah, I don't think there's much to be mad at here. Uh, yeah, so I got to get back to work. I don't think there's much else to say. Let me look at the timeline real quick. See if anybody is nobody should be losing their mind. Oh, look at Kofi. Look at him. Look at him just doing tricks on it for From Software. Doing tricks on it. That boy just love him from, and he's not even an original like OG like Souls fan. Just doing tricks on it. You nasty. I mean, listen, I would like for Rebirth to win Game of the Year. 'Cause that's my personal, but not mad if something else doesn't win. And there's good diversity here because what we got? We got a platformer, we got a card game, we got an action adventure game, JRPG. Uh yeah, I mean strong RPG representation, but there's diversity there. All right. All right, y'all. I'm still on the clock. I got to get back to work. Appreciate y'all coming out to watch this with me and seeing the reaction. I'm gonna go back to being on the clock. And I will catch y'all on whatever my next live stream or video is. All right. I'm out. Peace.